Hello people and welcome to my YouTube channel. Hello people and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Deep Roy Chaudhary and I'm just a normal guy who talks about stuff that seems interesting and important to me. And today I'm going to talk about the fact that role models, is it important to have role models? Is it important, or I think a better question would be, should we idealize people, or should we idolize people, ordinary people, or maybe celebrities, or actors, or politicians, or philosophers, or anyone for that matter? Should we idolize any human being for that matter? I would say it depends on what you mean by idolization. If the meaning of idolizing someone means that you think that the said person is a god, that the person can do no evil, that the person is perfect from every angle and perspective, then of course you shouldn't idolize people like that, because people are people at the end of the day. I firmly believe, people cannot be gods, because people at the end of the day are just people are made of flesh and bones, so people have imperfections. Maybe there are people who are almost perfect, or who are the epitome of perfection. They are sensible, they are ethical, they are patient, they don't have any vices, but and it's all virtues in their case. It might be possible, but I don't know. I think it would be hard for us to even figure out whether to find a person like that, I think. But again, I might be wrong. My own experience of life is limited, or like each and every person. So maybe there are perfect people out there who are perfect from every way. But again, what do you mean by perfection? Because a lot of people might say that he or she is perfect from one perspective, but from the perspective of another person, he or she might not be perfect. So on what I'm not saying that values and ethics don't have any objective aspect to them. There is such a thing as objective values, objective morality, but there are certain places where morality can get kind of subjective. Again, I'm not an expert on this issue, I'm not a philosopher, but you can understand that on some specific issues morality obviously is objective, I think. But on certain other issues, I think morality can be construed as subjective. It's just the way things are. So what we think as perfect might not be perfect from the other perspective of another person, and what we think of as perfect today might not be seen as perfect 500 years down the line. So I think that it would be better to not idolize any human being as a perfect person. Instead of that, if you are thinking that you should put you should consider a person as a role model instead of a perfect idol, instead you just look at a certain person as a role model, as an inspiration for you. I think that would be great. I think that is actually a very sensible thing to do. But there is thinking of someone as thinking of someone as an inspiration, as a role model, it can backfire. A lot of people used to think that certain people, I'm not going to take any names, but there are certain people they were role models, they were idolized, they were adulated, they were celebrated everywhere. And after the Me Too movement, a lot of people were, we know what happened. I'm not going to take any names, I'm not going to go get into all of that stuff. But what if someone you consider as a perfect, or what if someone you consider as your inspiration, that person, a lot of shady things come out about that person? Would you be able to look at that said person with the same perspective that you had before? Obviously not. Obviously all the inner image that you created of that person, that person being the inspiration, the role model, the perfect human being for you, the perfect the perfect God for you, I guess. I mean, that person or that image or that persona has been shattered. So I think that happens quite a lot, actually. I think even people that we know, people, friends, family, sometimes people can idolize people, their own acquaintances, their own loved ones, and I think even that is a very, very dangerous path to tread upon, because I firmly think that most people, I think, again, I might be wrong, but I think most people are imperfect. They have flaws within them. So if you are idolizing a certain person, but then the person turns out to have glaring flaws within him or within her, how are you going to react to it after that? How are you going to that, again, that image, that persona that you had of that person within your mind, that persona, that image, or that glorification in your mind, it's shattered, and that is very painful for a lot of people. I mean, when you see your own idols getting their imperfections and their flaws are brought to light by various people, and you critically and you start thinking a little bit in detail, then you realize, okay, maybe a lot of people feel dejected because for them, seeing their own heroes getting brought down to the level of mortals, that is painful for a lot of people, I guess. So I mean, that's why I think it is better not to idolize a person. Instead, you can say the person is an inspiration, but still always have that recognition, always have that awareness in your mind that at the end of the day, yes, the person that you are looking at is a role model, is an inspiration for you, but that person is still a human being. So just never lose sight or never lose awareness of that fact. More on this in the next video. Until then, please consider liking this video, please consider sharing this video with your friends and acquaintances, and please consider subscribing to my channel. That will help me a lot. Until the next video, stay safe, goodbye, and God bless you.